is up, fish fam? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an update on the rack back here. Unfortunately, it's not a good update, sadly, so let's just get straight into the unfortunate bad news. Before I actually even show you guys the rack, if you notice, there's actually lighting now down here in the fish room. I had my uncle come by today. That's why you can see holes in the ceilings. That's for where we ran all the wires and stuff, but we now have lighting down here in the fish room, which is awesome. I don't have to worry about having a ring light down here anymore. I can actually vlog if I wanted to down here and have decent lighting. So let's get straight into the rack update. Like I said, this update is not a good one for the rack. I don't even know how to really break it all down, but I have lost a lot of fish in the racking system. This tank, and some in this tank as well. Not the 20 long here, and not either one of the, actually this one yes, and this one no. So I had in here this 40-gallon breeder, my 2 Lowell Lab fish trays with all of my super red bristlenose fry and my lemon blue eye bristlenose fry. As you can tell, it's no longer there because I lost all of them. I had something come through and basically wipe out only the fry in this specific tank. I don't know why, I don't know what, but it took all of them out. I found maybe like 1 or 2 survivors, but they ended up not making it either, so lost most of those guys in there. But as you can tell now, there's some cardinal tetras in here. These actually aren't even mine, they're for a buddy of mine. The tank is healthy now, by the way. I've medicated and I ran through a whole cycle of meds, and then after the meds I've been running the UV sterilizer for a couple weeks. That's why I haven't done any fish room updates, because I've been battling this. I haven't recorded anything just because it was super frustrating, losing, you know, fish and stuff like that. I actually also lost almost all of my zebra plecos. I think I only have maybe 2 in here, which was the toughest loss of them all. Again, it's my second time losing zebra plecos. First time was because when the guys were working in my house here, they didn't seal off when they were sanding, and then I lost them, and now this, which sucks. So I have the 2 in there. It is what it is, but the tank has been healthy for like 2 weeks now or something like that. So I was able to add the cardinals in here for my buddy that I'm going to be bringing to him hopefully this weekend. But yeah, lost all of the fry that were in here along with my zebras. In the 75-gallon above, I have unfortunately lost a few of my L236 super whites. I think I've lost maybe like 4 or 5 of them, and of course they were my biggest ones. Whatever this tank had down here somehow ended up here. I don't know how. I don't like dip, you know, nets from tank to tank and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe it was like maybe some type of airborne thing. I don't know if that's even possible, but in this tank I lost some of my L236s, again, I think 4 or 5, and a good amount of my pencil fish, the red Senepa pencil fish, which also sucks. I had originally close to 30 or so. I think I'm down to maybe 10 or 12. None of the cories, surprisingly, in either of these 2 tanks were affected by whatever was in there. It was just the plecos and the pencils in this one. So very confusing. All of the cories in here thankfully are doing good. This tank still isn't out of the fire, I guess you could say, yet. You can see I have my UV sterilizer running right, let me see if you can, right there. Yeah, you see a L236 hiding behind it, but yeah, got the UV sterilizer running on that. Again, this tank went through its med cycle, and now I'm going through the UV sterilizing. I've kind of come to the conclusion I want UV sterilizers in all of my tanks, not just the quarantine tanks, everything. You don't really know what kind of pathogens can possibly sneak their way into your tanks, so I have decided I'm going to buy UV sterilizers, brand new UV sterilizers for all of the tanks on this rack. So I need 2 big ones for my 75, medium one for the 40, and then the small one for the 20, and then smaller ones for the 210s over here. But yeah, so that's that tank. This 75-gallon here, again, same thing, hit this tank only affecting my plecos. I lost all of my L397s, all 5 of them gone. Don't know what happened. I mean, the same symptoms that these guys were having. They kind of like got like a white fuzz over them, so I was assuming it was like a fungal or bacterial, which I treated for, but it was a very fast spreading disease, and it wiped out, like I said, the 397s, but also almost all of my lemon blue eye plecos, except for this one male right here that you can see. Oh, wrong button. That male right there, and then I have one fry left over. You can kind of see it back there on the airline tubing. So super unfortunate there. I'm gonna have to pray that that fry is a female so I can get them to spawn, but if not, I may be on the lookout for some more lemon blue eyes. I want to get a little group of them, and I kind of want to get a group of the super red bristle noses too, because I do still have both the male and female. The male is right, glare, right there. Yep, right there on this driftwood. You can see kind of doesn't look too hot. I don't know what it is, but he seems to be getting better. The female is somewhere around here, I think. I hope. I haven't seen her in a little while, but she usually hides away from the male. So yeah, gonna be on the lookout for some more lemon blue eyes. I want to try and get some long fins of both varieties, the super reds and the lemon blue eyes, so maybe I'll do that. But again, cories have been unaffected. The cories have been fine this entire time. All of my stir-bys in the back here, my black Schultz eyes in this tank, all doing fine. No, not a single symptom, not a single loss in the cories. No idea what happened. It's just very strange. But this tank also now healthy, in the clear. Haven't added any new fish to here, but still good. This is the only one that I'm kind of still trying to get straightened out. And it's even weird because in this tank, I've completely forgotten, I have cory fry in here, and these cory fry are fine. I have gold lasers and red lasers in there, and they're doing great. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's only the plecos that are affected. Maybe it's a specific disease for plecos, but I don't know. I lost all the fry that I had, my 236s, 397s, my lemon blue eyes. It's very weird, and realistically thinking, I don't know if it was airborne, because the 20-gallon here, unaffected completely. Not a single loss in this tank. All of my cories are fine. The habrosis, the pygmies, the orange Venezuelans, and then my L397 or my L134 is the leopard frog plecos that I have in here. Fine. The tetras, fine. The black chin live bear fry, fine. This tank completely unaffected. So I don't know if maybe I somehow managed to drip water from one tank into the other, and the pathogen made its way that way. I don't know if maybe the fish splashed and it got, I do not know, but very, very upsetting loss of a lot of the fish. In this tank here, this 10-gallon here, you guys haven't seen the video yet. I did a store tour of a fish store in New Jersey, and I bought some fish. I had them in here, and whatever wiped out the fish from the tanks up top killed everything in here also, which was a big loss. Not a huge, it wasn't a big loss. It wasn't a lot of fish, but it was just an upsetting loss because there were some fish that I was really been looking forward to add to one of my other tanks, and I lost all of them, so really sucks. But then this tank here that has the plecos I've been growing out from the Norwalk Aquarium Society auction, every pleco in here has been great. Not a single loss in there. So I don't know what the hell it was that hit the rack. But it did a number. Again, that's why I've been not showing you guys the fish room and been focusing on some fish store tours and like my summer tubs and stuff like that, because I've really been battling getting these tanks back into, tip-top shape. Like I said, this one is good. 20-gallon down here is good. This one is empty. I actually did a potassium permanganate cleanse on this, everything in here, the heater, the sponge filter, everything. I just dropped a bunch of potassium permanganate in there. Water turned nice and pink, almost like a purplish color, and I left it in there. I'm going to do 100% water change before I add any fish in there, maybe 2 or 3 times just to really clear everything out. But this tank, this 10-gallon here, perfectly fine. Yeah, so again, that's been the main reason why you guys haven't been seeing the fish room as often. The 180 is doing totally fine. It may look a little different because the jungle valve in the back died out. That I know exactly why it happened. Inert substrate. I only have root tabs in the substrate in the sand. Not even a lot of them either. So they probably used up all their nutrients and ended up dying out, which is fine. I'm gonna see if maybe I can try and find some false plants to put in the background. Maybe some tall, like, I don't know, something fake, but that looks realistic. I just want the background to have a nice green wall in the back and stuff like that. But we're not here for that. We're here for this tank, or this rack. Yeah, so this is really the only aquarium that is still kind of, again, not out of the woodworks yet. I'm still battling getting things straightened out in here. Hopefully I don't lose any more of my 236s. I'm praying to God, because those are expensive fish, and I mean, I've already lost like over $300 in just plecos alone. With this one tank, not even to mention the zebras from in here and the L397s from, I mean, just combined, I've lost probably close to like $1,000 worth of fish, which sucks. But in good news, like I said, all the other aquariums now are okay, besides this one, which is it's on the incline now. It's not declining anymore. We're getting better. Fish are looking a lot better. They're eating and stuff like that. So still working on it. Leaving this UV sterilizer running until everything is crystal clear here. This tank, thankfully, beautifully crystal clear. And yeah, so I do have plans for some of the fish in here. Like I said, the rummy nose, or the cardinals, are going to a buddy of mine, and the rummy noses are actually going to be going into the 75-gallon upstairs. And then my male discus that's upstairs, I'm going to bring down here once all the tetras are out. I might even move my dwarf neon rainbows. You can see I have a few dwarf neon rainbows there. I might move those into this 20-gallon. That way only the male discus is in here. He is obliterating my rummy, or my cardinals upstairs. He hasn't in a while, but he's been doing a number on them. He's killed off, I would say, more than 10, so he's got to go. I got somebody that wants him, so I'm gonna put him in here solo. No other fish besides the cories and the plecos, which he doesn't seem to bother in the 75 upstairs. It's just the tetras and stuff. So he'll go in here. All the tetras will be going to other homes. Cardinals, my buddy, rummy noses upstairs, and the dwarf neons. And here, the 20-gallon, until once he's gone, then I'll have kind of some empty tanks. I'll probably move the dwarf neons from the 20-gallon back into the 40-gallon. And then I'm gonna be hopefully rebuilding my stock with some fish. Like I said, I want to get some long fins and standard fin lemon blue eyes, some long fin and standard fin super reds, and then some other top dwelling fish, because the tanks look empty right now. I mean, this tank never really had like top dwelling fish. I had all the baby ultims in here, but those are in the 180 doing great. Only thing in here are the Senepa super reds. Same thing with this tank. Only have that one little pencil fish over there. I think it's a Beckford's. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the tanks are looking very empty, and I want some life in there. I'm gonna try and focus on maybe some rainbows, tetras maybe, but primarily rainbows, because I can spawn them, I can pull the fry, and I can raise them. There are some tetras that I would possibly like to try. The red I don't know if they're red Montezuma or red Missoula's or something like that. I'll try to throw the name somewhere up here, but a buddy of mine told me that those are relatively simple to spawn as long as you have like a big mass of plants. He had them, he spawned them, so I'm hoping I can give that a try, but they're expensive, so I don't know if I want to do that. But yeah, like I'm gonna more than likely focus on more rainbow type species and stuff. Live bears don't do good in my tanks. As you can tell, I lost my swordtails, and the black chins down here not doing great, so live bears are out of the question. So I'm going to focus on, like I said, rainbows, cories, and plecos. They seem to sell relatively well at my auctions and my meetings and stuff like that, and they're relatively simple to spawn. So that is what is going to be, you know, where my focus is going to be. And that is it for today's video. Again, very unfortunate video with the whatever disease I had going on here in this rack that took out a lot of my plecos. Super upsetting, but once you get to the bottom, the only way is up. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep on, you know, just keep on keeping on. All of these tanks back here, everything will have UV sterilizers in it, and fish will be going from quarantine with the UV sterilizer to display tank or breeding tank, holding tank, whatever, with UV sterilizers. I'm not playing any games. My quarantine systems are going to be I'm going to dial them in a lot more. We're going to do meds with the quarantine for the first week or two, water change, and then UV sterilizer for at least 4 weeks. So I'm not playing. I'm not doing this whole sick fish nonsense anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed, even though it was kind of a downer video. If you did, please comment down below. Let me know what fish you think I should keep in some of these tanks, because again, they're looking very empty right now and I don't like it. And subscribe to the channel, because we are growing beautifully, and I really appreciate all of you guys watching. There will be updates, a more in-depth update on the 180 and my 90-gallon reef tank here that is also doing very, very well, as well as even the 75-gallon upstairs. I'll give you guys updates on the display tanks in a separate video. So if you guys want to see that, don't forget to subscribe, because I will be posting it very soon. Thanks for watching.